there, I'm April Sawtelle and welcome to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is just showing you a really quick way how to put a border around your quilt. I made this quilt behind me. On the last video I showed you how to put sash in. I said I'd be back with a video at how to put the border. I'm going to be putting just a very basic border on this, but if you want to see how I made the scrappy squares, I'm going to link the video down below, and I'll also link the video at how to do the sash in. You'll find the links to those right in the description box below. If you're a beginner quilter and you're looking for some ideas or you're looking for some tips and tricks, check out my videos. I think you might find some of them very helpful. So on the quilt behind me, I used sash in that was 2.5 inches. I'm going to use 2.5 inches on the quilt border as well. What I'll be needing for the border is I'm going to need 4 pieces, 2 tops and 2 sides. I'll start by cutting out 4 strips of fabric. I'm going to cut width of fabric and I'm just going to fold it in half, and I'm going to just cut as if I was cutting the sash in. Same thing. And it's also going to be the same size. I'm just going to measure how long each side is, and then I'm going to measure how long each top is. I'm going to sew pieces together, and I'll just be sure to have a couple inches left at the top, a couple inches at the bottom, and each side. Each strip will just have a couple of inches extra. That way I won't be short. All you'll be needing for this project is you'll need your strips of fabric and some pins. Okay, let's get started. Now I'll just start attaching the strips of fabric to each side. Now I'm just going to take my strip of fabric, and I still have the selvage edge on here. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to overlap that so I don't have the selvage in the actual quilt. And I am just going to start pinning this on. Bring the edge of the strip right to the edge of the quilt top. And I'll lay pins, and I'll just start pinning all the way across. I'll start right here with the one side. I'll go sew this, and then I'll come back and I'll do the other side. Side is very helpful. I just stick it right up against my foot and it will just keep me good and straight. Start stitching, and then I'll do a back stitch. I'm using the same color thread as the border. So I've got black. I'm going to use black in the bobbin and black thread. I'm going to sew 1/4 inch all the way down. And you do want to keep adjusting every once in a while to be sure that you're still, edge to edge here. And you can take your pins out as you go. You want to lift your quilt up as you go, just so you don't have any drag. I always leave myself a couple of inches overhang. I just like to do that, just so in case. It's always a just in case for me. That's probably a little bit much, but that's okay, because whatever I don't use will go right in my scrap bin. But I like to have a little bit of overhang for the pulling part while I'm sewing. So when you come to the end, just go ahead and give it a back stitch. So now I can cut that piece right off. Go ahead now and do the same thing to the other side. Don't forget to back stitch. Just go ahead and leave your selvage overhang, and you can cut that off in the end. Remember not to have drag so it doesn't pull. And then you can just cut off right when you're done. Now let's go to the cutting table. I'll show you how to do the top and the bottom. Go ahead and set the seam all the way down the whole side. After that, come back and you're just going to push that all right open. Do that all the way down. Now just take your border, lay it over, leave your selvage edge out, and you're just going to start pinning. Okay, now you can cut this piece of selvage right off. You're not going to need that. And then you just continue on and you just start pinning. You're going to go over to the sewing machine and you're going to sew the 1/4 inch all the way down. When you open this up, this is where your border is going to be. So now you're just going to do that to your top and to your bottom. I'll see you back at the sewing machine. And then just trim that off right there. And you're going to go and you're just going to press. You're just going to push that all open. You're going to set the seam again, and then you're going to push it open. Just like before. Just like you did before. Set the seam all the way down. And then just push it open. This is going to be your border all the way around. Finish quilt top with a border. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye. Say bye, little Miss Reddy Thready.